Hey, everybody out there in Synctopia, Sync Land, whatever you want to call it. My name is Harry Hot Sauce Kerbo. I am the Senior Director of Paid Social Media Marketing here at Sync, and I am bringing you 5 Facebook marketing tips in the next 10 minutes today. So grab something to write with and don't look away because we're going fast and furious. First off, just to introduce myself a little bit, you are now cruising in the strong, capable hands of myself, Harry Kerbo. Again, I've been the Senior Director of Paid Social Media here at Sync and overseeing the social media marketing team for more than 5 years now and working specifically in paid social for over a decade now. So I'm an old hat at this in terms of how long those go. So without further ado, I've got about 9 minutes left. If I'm going to fulfill my promise to you, let's get going. 5 tips in 10 minutes. Also, be sure after you watch this to check out my blog post at blog.syncpro.com. There's more tips there, and there's some more detail and screenshots around the tips that I'm going to focus on here today. So as we get going, I'm going to make an assumption that you've already made a business page for your business on Facebook and that you've already completed the profile picture, the cover image. So if you haven't done that, please go check out the blog. There's some tips on how to do that first, but that is something that you definitely need to do if you haven't done already. Once you've done that, I want you to focus on your page's About section. This is the section that tells somebody about your business when they land on it on Facebook. It's also something that gets pulled into Google search results. So you really want to focus on quickly letting someone know what you do. And my main tip here is I want you to think about long tail keywords as you write out this about section. And a long tail keyword is just a longer search phrase that someone may use when they're trying to find you. So, instead of real estate agent, it may be real estate agent in the Atlanta area or real estate agent specializing in VA loans. So I want you to think about if your perfect client was going to find you, what's something that they may search for, and then try and find a way to, include that in the about section without sounding weird or spammy or like you're keyword stuffing or anything like that. But how could you improve or how could you include that in the about section? So let's look at an example for this using vegetarian athletes because that makes sense, right? That's what everybody thinks of when you think about an example is vegetarian athletes. So this was pulled from another blog post that I read that I link in my blog post on blog.syncpro.com about the importance of long-term or long-tail keywords in your about section and how it can help you really find super relevant users on Facebook when they're searching for you. So this first slide shows a search and the pages that come up when you search the term nutrition by itself. So very general there. This shows pages that come up when you search for a slightly longer tail keyword, vegetarian nutrition. And then if you go even longer, vegetarian nutrition for athletes, these are the pages that show up. So these pages are really specializing in vegetarian nutrition for athletes. And if that's who you're wanting to connect with, if you're wanting to connect with people doing that search, include that in your About section because that's going to help you get found on Facebook. And again, it's also going to be shown on Google search results. So, my first key takeaway using long tail specific terms in your page's About section can help you connect with more relevant prospects, and that will fuel engagement on your page, which will just further your page's reach by itself. My second marketing tip for you today is to invite the people who like your posts to also like and follow your page. This is a great way to organically grow your following, which means free, which everybody loves. It's a great way to find relevant connections because they're liking whatever content you've put out there, which if it is addressing the needs of your brand and they're liking that, it seems like they would be a relevant person to follow you and connect further with you. And then again, if you can connect with relevant people who are interested in your content, they'll engage with your page, which will just further your page's performance and fuel that performance. All right. So the way that we do this at Sync is when we post something on our Facebook page, we don't walk away from it. We're constantly monitoring that for comments, likes, opportunities. Really, is what we're monitoring for, and we're using the the inbox on our business page to do that, and also the Facebook Business Suite app on our phones to do that so we get notified when people comment. And this is really, really simple. When you go into your business page, you can select notifications. It will show you notifications of all the people who have liked your posts. Just click on that post, and then when you see the post, you can click on the icons for the likes and the loves and the laughs, all that good stuff at the very bottom of the post, and it will bring up a list of all the people who have liked your post along with what reaction they had to it. If that person doesn't like your page already or follow your page already, you can click invite, which is the button that you see here on the bottom row of the screenshot. That will notify that person that you have invited them to follow your page and make it easy for them to do so. So again, this is just a great way to organically grow your following on your Facebook page. And likes aren't as important as they used to be, but there's still an aspect of social proof there. And by getting relevant people to follow your page, you're increasing the likelihood that they'll see your content, interact with it, and further your reach organically. So the key takeaway here, inviting people who like your post to like your page. It's a great way to gain a targeted following for free, other than that small bit of elbow grease, of course. All right, tip number 3. This is another easy. The first two have been easy. This is another one of what I'd call easy. Manage your post comments. So again, don't just walk away when you post. This is a mistake that we see a lot. These comments are opportunities for you to engage with someone on a one-to-one basis, which is really the holy grail of social. So, reply to relevant comments. When someone comments on your post, you're able to message them directly for up to 7 days after they comment. So this is a great way to start conversations with people. Be helpful and entertaining too, right? Like don't get indignant if someone says something negative about your business. Try to resolve it in a customer service way if you can. Offer tips when you can. If someone's looking for a service that you don't provide, tell them that in the comments. And if you have some friends or some trusted partners who do provide that, recommend that to them in the comments. So the comments are it's a place where you see the darkest sides of humanity sometimes, and there are trolls, and there will be some comments that you can't reply to or you shouldn't reply to. But basically, if you can reply to a comment in a way that might make someone smile or might teach someone something, and when I'm saying teaching, I mean being helpful, not like I'm going to show you. You should. You should have a conversation with these people if you can. This screenshot shows a couple of comments that we received on one of our corporate posts. One person asked if we were using chemtrails to find seller leads, which I did not know what chemtrails was. I had to look that up. But we just replied, no, just using Facebook, Instagram, and Google advertising with a smiley face. And a smiley face can go a long way. And another post on this, or another comment on this post spoke to how difficult it is to find seller leads and how this person was a bit incredulous that finding sellers would be easy. And, we responded, hey, the hardest part of any lead generation and follow up is that follow up. That's the hard part. That's why we offer the resources that we do, including lead generation, including training to convert those leads. So, again, we're just trying to reply in a helpful way to this person. And based on this person's comment, I don't really expect them to come through and purchase something, but maybe there will be someone later who sees this ad, who sees these comments, and maybe that tips the scales for them to sign up. And we've gotten that in comments before that thoughtful, entertaining comments have helped them to see that we're a real business, we do have expertise, we are people, and that actually has gotten some people over that hump to get them to sign up as a lead with us. And of course, there will be some things that you just can't resolve constructively. So don't stress. Don't be afraid to delete a comment or hide a comment. Hiding it makes it visible only to the person who made it and their friends. Deleting it removes it altogether. And if that person keeps coming back, hey, drop that ban hammer, man. You are the admin on the page. This is your story. Tell it the way that you want to, but don't get overzealous with the good old ban hammer there. So, key takeaway here, reply to comments and use Messenger to start one on one conversations with relevant prospects. My next tip is to use Facebook Stories. So, Facebook Stories are a full screen takeover placement optimized for mobile. There's less competition here than in the newsfeed, and you've already got someone's attention when they go to Stories because they're already looking at their phone, watching these full screen experiences, scrolling through their stories. This is a slightly harder tip. I'd rank it as a medium level tip just because there's some light design work that's involved here. Because you'll want to resize your image, or if you're just doing a story, the image work that you do here, the creative is specific to that story for sizing and how it displays. The way that we generally use our or do our content posts here at Sync is we'll start by designing an image for the news feed, and then once we've done that, we'll take that and tweak it a bit for stories. And we use canva.com. If you aren't using that, if you're doing any image work, I would definitely recommend it. It's a super easy tool to use and free to sign up. So the key takeaway here was stories. Stories help you cut through the noise of newsfeed and reach people on mobile with mobile specific posts. And this is a great place to, show some fun, show some personality, have a little fun with your audience. My last tip, and this is the most advanced tip that I'll cover here, is use Facebook's custom audiences. And this is more on the advertising side. Again, here I'm making an assumption that you've already set up a business manager, that you're familiar with Facebook Ads Manager. If you aren't, head over to the blog post, blog.cincpro.com. There's more information there. But custom audiences are one of Facebook's most powerful targeting options. You can create audiences from people who take specific actions on your website, maybe people who sign up for your mailing list, people who have become a lead on your CINC CRM, people who have watched specific portions of videos or specific videos that you've posted on Facebook, people that have opened a lead ad form and converted or didn't convert, all the way down to custom lists. So, lists of email addresses and phone numbers, you can upload those directly to Facebook and show ads specifically to those people. So if you want to know more about custom audiences, click on over to the blog. There's a lot of good information on that there. So my last takeaway, we're a little bit over, but I'm not counting the introduction. I'm not counting that against my time. So I think we're still good. Key takeaway number 5, custom audiences help you show ads to the people who matter the most for your business. All right, that's it. Right around 10 minutes, maybe 12 or so. But thank you so much for sticking with me. Sorry to go long on you. Hope you found some value here. I'd love to know more about what you're doing on Facebook. Go and check out the blog, blog.cincpro.com. Leave a comment for us there, or hey, send us a message on Facebook. We'd love to chat with you. Thank you. Have a great day.